I'm going to hook mine up.
It should be asking you.
I don't know what's going on with it.
Hey, can you mute us real quick, Matt? We're live.
Yeah, what do you need? Mute? Yep. Any of them should mute all of them.
We're not muted right now.
All right.
And welcome to the American Safeguard Insurance and First Security Tailgate Show. I'm JB Brazil alongside me, Colt Harmon and Matt McJunkins. Fellas, how we doing?
Man, I'm doing great, Colt. And JB, I'm just glad to be here with you guys. Got Mikey, Chaz, Bowen over here to the right, Sean Mathis. We are here live at the Panther Stadium here outside of John Hawks Memorial Field.
Yeah.
We're literally outside the stadium.
And I'll tell you, Matt, the chair I'm in's comfy. I don't know about you guys, but
mine's awesome.
Yeah.
He stole mine.
I stole his.
Matt.
I didn't. We didn't talk about it.
My mom brought me that.
Well, I didn't know. Maybe you had the buddy chair.
If you notice, this chair is wide.
I know.
This is for you.
Colt, I'll tell you, it's not the only thing he steals. He steals a lot of my thunder up in the booth as well.
I try to steal as much as I can.
I'm telling you.
Awesome.
So tell us what we're doing.
Yeah, this is kind of one of those deals. It's the biggest game of the year. Probably, the biggest game that Greenbrier has had. Probably same for Valonia. This is the best that these two teams have been in a long while, Matt. Looking at this game coming in, we just wanted to get here early. We're going to be out here for probably an hour and a half, 5:30, 5:45 or so.
Yeah.
We'll have some guests that come on and talk. We'll have some people that swing by, and really just wanted to get out here, get it kind of engulfed in the environment of this game. It's such a big one, but just that was kind of the idea of all this. We'll talk a little bit of pregame. It might sound redundant in our actual pregame around 6:30 here on senior night.
We're going to talk about a couple of things too, like one being we're going to do a lot of our sponsors during this 2-hour period, and that includes Colt Harmon and some new sponsorship stuff with Fat Burger.
Fat Burger, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So we got some signs out here
Yeah.
that's going to actually kind of show a little bit about our burger builds that we've got, and
So the steak and shake commercial is going away.
Yeah, y'all just imagine that saying Fat Burger. It's going away. But we've got a new one, and I love the new commercial.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And what's really exciting is that Colt has something that he's going to give away today.
Matt, not only do I have a Silverado for sale, but I got some free Morgan Wallen tickets for somebody. That's right. That's right. So it's a Greenbrier Valonia week.
Right.
It's big all the way around.
Right.
So I'm sitting there and I'm thinking, you know what? We got to do it big this week. And we went out and bought some Morgan Wallen tickets, and we're going to give them away. So what's better than –
I love it.
You know what's better than buying Morgan Wallen tickets?
Winning
Morgan.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's right.
We got we're sitting here under the First Security tent, another sponsor of the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network. And just to our right is none other than Mr. Randy Rainwater from 103.7 The Buzz, along with Kevin Bohannon, doing the Sonic pregame show. I guess that's it. Pregame show.
Sonic pregame show. Yeah.
Yep.
That's a pretty cool deal. These guys picking it. There's a lot of games that potentially they could have picked Conway Bryant tonight.
Right.
As well.
So they don't always do the game and the pregame.
Right.
Like they're doing both here tonight.
That's right.
And they call it the Buzz Takeover. Is what they call it. Is that we were talking yesterday. And so not only are they doing the pregame show here from 4 to 7, where they're talking about the entire state, they're also doing the game live on the Buzz, on 103.7 The Buzz, radio.
But please tune into our broadcast, not theirs.
That's just for people that don't know, right? No, but they'll be doing the game. Roger and RJ will be doing the game up in the booth, and it's going to be awesome.
Scott's going to be here?
I think so. Ooh. He told me his words to me were simply, fire up the grill. We'll be there.
I gotta message him and give him a little hard time about that.
So
who's he picking this week? Who'd he pick?
I don't know. I know that Hooten's picked the Greenbrier Panthers to win by 4, I believe. Between the Mats, picked the Greenbrier Panthers by 10-3. I picked 10. Matty Wilcox picked 3. He's not as confident in the Panthers as I am.
You would think he would because of Cooper.
I mean, I can't help it. I'm just more of a fan than he is.
If I was Cooper, I'd take that personal. Like, Dad, you only gave us 3 at home?
So the podcast this week, we had Cooper, we had Reed, and we had Nick all in studio in the American Safeguard Insurance studio. Had them there, and they just talked about what it's like to be a senior on this team. You know, what they've got put into this deal, you know, since the 3rd grade, the rivalry going back and forth, Super Bowls winning back and forth in Pee Wee, and championships in junior high, and last year beating them over at their place. And, I mean, it all comes down to tonight. You know, all these years comes down to tonight because the winner of tonight will remain undefeated, be the #1 seed in the playoffs, have home field advantage all the way to War Memorial. And
in the last game,
and will be the conference champion.
Yeah, and the last conference matchup between these two teams for the foreseeable future, since Greenbrier's moving up to 6A next year.
That's exactly right. So these two competing in the future will be more of a pre-conference game early in the year.
Which, you know, no matter how much your rival, it just kind of deflates that a little bit.
It does, man.
This is definitely going to be the biggest game that these two teams will play. I mean, obviously, tonight being them both 9-0, best team that both teams have had in a long, long while. Like you said, Matt, I mean, this is the game has got all the hype. That's the reason 103.7 is here. It's going to be an electric night. You know, on paper, both of these teams, you know, statistically looking at it, are pretty even right across the board.
You know, they're both very, very dynamic on offense.
Goodness, yeah, no kidding. And it's interesting to think about, as much as these teams defensively, offensively are so similar, you look at the quarterback play, Austin Myers is he's an air raid guy. He's got 41 touchdowns through the air. Well, Wilcox is right there with him, but he's got about half of his on the ground.
That's right.
That's pretty electric to think about.
100%.
Wilcox, he's a dual threat guy. He can beat you on the ground. He can beat you through the air. If you're Valonia, the defense tonight, you really just got to come ready to play. And you know, looking at kind of getting into depth a little bit more on the defensive side as we continue here in the tailgate show.
Well, I saw a comment made earlier in the week that maybe Wilcox doesn't have the accuracy or the decision-making ability that Myers does. But you know, when you've thrown 21 touchdowns and 2 interceptions, and then you've got 16 on the ground because you didn't throw it, you tucked it, or it was either designed or a tuck and run. I think decision-making is exactly what you're doing well at.
Certainly, yeah. You know, and that's a good point. You know, that's Wilcox has only thrown 2 interceptions all year. That's very impressive through 9 football games.
And you consider, and one of them was literally just a throw up in the end zone type deal.
Well, and that one against Arkadell or whoever it was, made a nice play on it. You're exactly right. Myers has only thrown 4 interceptions on the year, but again, you look at what their type of offensive is. They're an offense-heavy or a passing-heavy team. So you're going to see that tonight. Looking at Valonia's defense, they have 23 takeaways on the year. Greenbrier's got 10. That's just the difference of looking on that side of the deal. But on the other side of that, you're looking again at the defensive side for Valonia. They've got a couple of guys that are really their big interception guys. They're secondary. Right. Well, Greenbrier, to be honest with you, you got a big threat in Carter McElhaney. Obviously, Strack's gone due to injury, but Miles Miller stepped up big.
Huge.
In 2 games that he's been in, his stats have almost he's put himself right on about 3rd or 4th in the receptions on the team already.
Right.
Pretty impressive.
It is. I coached that kid when he was in the 3rd, 4th, 5th, and 6th grade, and I'm not at all surprised from what we've seen in him. I mean, he is literally a baller. I told somebody yesterday, when he was in the 3rd grade and he was on the football field, he was the only kid on the field that got it.
Right.
Literally just
the IQ.
Just saw it from the go. And that's just what you can expect from him over the next 3 years here as a senior high Panther.
Yeah, and I talked to Coach Langrell, head coach at Valonia, and I was fortunate to, he's got a history here in Greenbrier. Right. And I think that's going to play a little bit of key in tonight's game too. And I asked him about that, but I said, what's the biggest key do you think to this game, right?
Yeah.
He said, stopping the run.
Right.
So going back to your comment, I think that they're going to dare Cooper Wilcox to throw that ball tonight. They're going to load the box to stop the run, and they're going to bring some blitzes tonight, and they're going to make Cooper Wilcox prove that his decision-making and his accuracy outweighs his performance on the ground.
Sure.
And so your Cooper, hey, you got to know that that's coming, right? And I have all the faith in the world that he's going to accomplish that.
Certainly, and you look on the other side for Greenbrier, Greenbrier's, their assets, their focus is going to be, hey, let's stop the pass. We're going to if Valonia's going to beat us tonight, it's going to be on the ground.
That's right.
It's kind of the flip mindset for both sides. It's really going to come down to whose defense can really outplay the other, so to speak, who can slow it down just enough.
Well, and let me say this, too, about you're exactly right in the preparation to this game, but they're not the first ones that are prepared to try to stop the run and haven't been able to do it.
That's exactly right.
Just because they're preparing to do it doesn't mean they can.
That's
right.
Exactly
Because let me tell you, you got kids like Dustin Hall and Josh Robinson up front. They're making holes.
Big old boys.
You bet.
Well, you look at Robinson. He's got offers from Toledo. He's got interest from Middle Tennessee State, some other D1 schools. For his size, it shows he's not over dominantly, large. I think 6'1", 240, 250, something like that. But my goodness, he's got a great technique, and he can blow you over.
He will pancake you.
Yeah, this team reminds me a lot of the 2010, 2011 team.
Yeah.
And then I think I made a comment earlier the week and said that, the magnitude of this game, this is the biggest game that I've personally know since, I was a junior or a senior.
Right.
And, I had people call me all week and like, when should I get the game? And I was like, well, you remember when we were this? And we got the game at this time.
Yeah.
This is going to be standing room only, if that. I mean, you may not even get a seat tonight.
I started out telling people 6 o'clock. You better be about 6 if you're going to seat. Now I'm like, man, I should have told them 5.
No, 5.
Sure.
Because 4:45, 5.
I think the gates open at 5, and let me tell you, it won't take 30, 45 minutes before they really start filling up.
The food's getting out there. Grand Brothers Electric is out here. They're one of our sponsors. They're getting the food set up over there. First Service Bank as well.
Those are people in line to get in the game.
Goodness gracious. And I'll tell you, as we continue here in the broadcast, guys, we'll go around the room or around the table here. Colt, we'll start with you, just kind of talking about the game. Well, on the Greenbrier side, obviously we know the defense needs to stop the pass, but on a larger scale, what would you say is maybe a key to the game tonight to win?
I just think, I just think you don't get caught too much up in the moment. It's easy to. And, you can say cliche things like, this is going to be a big moment. We just got to take it one game, one play at a time. These kids know the magnitude, right? So they just got to have faith in themselves to go out and execute. And I think just not getting too caught up in the moment, in the magnitude of the game, and just being fully focused, And so I think that, the team that does that's going to come out victorious.
Yeah, 100%. Turnover battle is going to be a huge deal. I honestly think that in order for Valonia to be really, really successful, they're going to have to figure out how to run the football tonight. And I mean, we're going to see they're going to connect on big passes, big plays. And that's just what they do. Beating them doesn't mean you shut down the pass. It means that you slow down the pass enough that you can outscore them. But I think in order for them to truly be successful, they're going to have to run the football, and that's going to be a tall task for them against this Greenbrier defense.
No question about it. And another thing to think about, Greenbrier-Valonia, Greenbrier's kind of dominated the rivalry here of late, but it seemingly, regardless of the score, it's always seemed to be a close game. It always seems to come down to the wire. Last year, Greenbrier won at 17-14 on the road. Both teams were similar last year. Valonia ended 6-5. Greenbrier finished the season 7-5. They both lost in the second round. They both return about 13 to 14 starters evenly on both sides of the ball. I mean, when you look at these teams, they bring back the same amount of players, the same amount of talent just about. I mean, on paper, again, they're just about even across the board. This makes for just a matchup that statisticians would love.
Oh, 100%. We saw a tweet this week that I retweeted. If you look at Cooper Wilcox's stats compared to quarterbacks highly recruited across the nation, I mean, there's no big difference. I tell you, the big difference is he's thrown less interceptions and he's got more scoring touchdowns. That's the big difference. Yeah. I mean, he matches up with them all. He's kind of been the guy in the shadows, and I know it's frustrating for him, but it also fuels that fire, and it's helped. It's part of what's made him such a special football player, and it's going to pay off for him down the road.
And I think just like listening to the podcast and seeing those kids there,
yeah,
I mean, that was very moving.
Oh man!
And just to see their demeanor.
Yeah.
They don't talk like seniors. They don't act like seniors. They talk like 22, 23-year-old kids.
Mature.
And that's what's good. And they made the comment about how they get the other kids involved, the younger classmen. And so I take it back to I've been in this situation before, and those teams are special. They're kind of moving away from the stigma of, oh, we're seniors, we're going to haze, we're going to do all this.
Right.
They're really getting the whole team involved, and they have a clear purpose. And I think that's they've been so successful because of that, because they're mature beyond their years for these kids.
Right, and that's just leadership. That's all it is. It's leadership, and to extend that open arms to these guys has really made this team more of a bond. Stronger. It gives more confidence to the younger guys to where they perform at a higher level.
No doubt about it. I'm just excited. I was thinking about this all week. I mean, let's be honest. Greenbrier's really rolled through just about everybody they've played. Valonia, similarly, I haven't watched them as closely, but I'll be honest with you, looking at Greenbrier's scoring, a lot of their games have been over at halftime. The score, a 45-6 win a few weeks ago, we were up 45-0 at half. I mean, there's a lot of games where we don't really run up the score very much.
And that's the thing about the stats, too, is the stats are awesome, but
they're a little skewed.
They're usually about 2 to 2.5 quarters a game.
That's right. So you really look, if you're playing full force for 4 quarters, those stats look a lot different.
So you multiply them, I mean, my goodness.
I'll tell you guys, as we continue here in the broadcast and as fans continue to pile in, man, I tell you, it's going to be a great night of football. Guy to watch out for, I think will be a huge difference maker tonight for Greenbrier, a huge difference maker, Miles Miller.
100%. There's his dad just walked across.
Oh, is it really?
That's Ty. Yeah, he's a good friend, great guy, and a large part of why Miles has been so successful because he's been raised that way. But you're right. I mean, Miles is going to be a guy that they're probably not going to
stop y'all real quick. That's a legend right there that just walked by. Craig O'Neal is here.
No way.
It sure is.
Craig O'Neal is here.
Wow.
Everybody
sure
is coming to this game, Matt.
Yeah, Kevin Bohannon, he tweeted the other day something about he was going to be here, and
I wonder if we could get Craig on the air. You think
I'm sure he will.
Craig will come over here. Old Lips will come over here on the air.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Back to Miles Miller. I'm sorry.
So anyway, Miles is a guy that if you know him, you respect him. If you know him as a football player, you respect him. But being a sophomore and only playing on the offensive side of the ball in 2 games now, it's going to be very easy for the opponent to overlook him.
Sure, certainly.
So I can assure you that Cooper's going to be looking for him. Obviously, he's not going to be, he's not going to move in front of Carter or, any of the other guys, but you can bet he's going to be a weapon.
Well, just talking about a guy that stepped up to the plate, and he's really just overachieved in a lot of ways. Thatcher was gone, was the second leading receiver on the team.
Right.
Miles Miller in 2 games, he's got 146 yards receiving. On 4 receptions. I mean, talk about a dynamic guy in games against a good Alma defense. Beat them deep on a play last week. I mean, that guy has stepped up as a sophomore and almost kind of picked up right where this offense has left off in a lot of ways of giving another key skill guy.
Well, and you got these guys all have their role. So Carter is your speed guy. I mean, one of the fastest kids in the state of Arkansas. And, he's a guy you can hit him short and let him go, or you can hit him deep on the go. You look at Reed Nixon. Let me tell you, you need a first down.
Reed your guy.
Reed your guy. He's going to get you 10, and he's not going to drop it. He's dependable. He will catch the football, and he's going to – a lot of times he's going to pick up a little extra yard. He's hard to bring down because he's so darn gritty.
He's shifty, man, yeah.
And then you look at, like, Jacob. And Jacob's a guy who is underused as a receiver, not saying that as he's not being used in the right way. It's just that he's used so much as a blocker because he is such a good blocker. That is what's changed. Jacob Mathis blocking is what has changed our ability to run the football.
Sure, certainly.
And so because of that, you're not getting as much of him downfield catching the ball, but he has been more and more over the last few weeks.
What you see with him being a blocker the way he is, but he also has the dual threat ability to get out there and catch a football.
That's right.
Those linebackers have to take a little step back. They can't blitz as easily as they want to, especially on the outside.
And he's bigger than most linebackers too. If they come out
he
there.
certainly is.
And he's maybe as physical of a player as we have.
Well, I'll tell you, this is a big thing, too, because Valonia's leading tackler, Ethan Cash, he plays on the exact side that Mathis lines up in.
Yeah.
That's going to give Greenbrier a little bit of a break running the ball because Cash is going to have to play off the ball just a little bit just in case Mathis gets out in open space.
That's right. And you look at players like Nick Hewitt and you look at players like Dawson Spencer, and Mathis is right there. Those 3 guys are your head hitters. Headhunters. They're the guys that bring it every single play physically.
Yeah.
And it's fun to watch Jacob play.
I'm tell you what, Dawson Spencer, when I just last did the game, that kid was fired up. I can't imagine how fired up he's going to be tonight. That kid may tear somebody's helmet off. Tonight.
He's such a utility player. He runs the ball well whenever he's asked to. He plays defense, as good as anybody in the state. But let me tell you what's often not seen is his ability to block downfield on pass plays. He is your guy that gets that extra block that lets you pop it 30 yards downfield.
That's right.
Well, and then thinking about Spencer on the offensive side of the ball as well. Greenbrier's got 3 backs that are really just so you just gives you so much depth. Spencer Weaver and Nick Hewitt.
Yeah, and then you think about it, you really got a couple more because you see Matthew Garrett some, and lately we've seen
Matthew Bernard.
No, Matthew Garrett.
Garrett comes in, number 10, and runs the ball a little bit.
Oh, that's right. I'm thinking I get them mixed up. Bernard's the safety.
And then you got Harp, Jackson Harp, who's our corner. Past few games, he's ran it a few times, and let me tell you, he has been so quick. Yep. I mean, he gets off quick. He's looked impressive. So, but back to what you're saying, we got 3 really explosive backs.
No, you're right. It just comes back to the depth side of it. All 3 of those guys have significant touches. But I'll tell you what's even more impressive is that Cooper Wilcox leads the team in rushing, even among those 3 guys. Cooper's just, he's a dynamic guy. It's going to be tough to bring down. He's tough to stop. One of those things. What are you looking to do?
I was going to say, we here in a little bit.
Yeah, I got.
Okay, go ahead. Good. But I didn't want to interrupt you though. Go ahead.
No, you're good. But I was just going to say that but about those 3 backs that we got guys that can run the ball, can kind of really just adds another dimension to our offense. That's why we've been so successful. You look at a lot of those teams in our conference; they don't have 3 guys that can really run it as well as we've got, and really 4 if you think you add Cooper into the mix.
Yeah, especially with Cooper too. We talked about this a little bit earlier. Is like with Valonia trying to load that box and bring some blitzes. If they don't contain him and he's busted, he gets outside that pocket.
Game over.
That's a game over.
And he's so hard to bring down. He's so side to side. He's very, very talented. That is a third dimension to the offense.
Absolutely.
That is just completely changed the game.
Yeah, but Cooper also, but on the flip side of that, he can't be looking to leave that pocket too quick.
No,
tonight, sure, because that can also hurt us a little bit.
Hey, Clint and Warner, come here. I want y'all to try out our microphone. All right. I want you to tell us who's gonna win the game.
I pick us by 14.
14.
Wow,
I like it. Let's ask Warner. Come here, Warner.
Warner, what are you thinking?
Hand Warner the microphone. Who's gonna win?
I think the team that has more points.
The team that has more points.
Smart. He is smarter than you.
You know what? The guy, he's got it figured out.
I got a question for Clint.
Clint, Coach got a question for you.
I got a question for you. Next season, are we going to see any more excessive celebrations? Because I'm here for it. I'm here for it.
I love it.
As long as it doesn't get me almost thrown out of the game.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's got to be in clean fun.
That's right.
Clean fun. But, hey, those Gronk spikes are sick.
Gronk spike.
Listen. Don't let anybody tell you differently. I love it. I'm here for it, and I fully support you, Clint.
So what Coach's talking about is Clint picked up a fumble in 3rd grade Pee Wee football and ran it back for a touchdown. And as excited as a lineman not getting the ball and scoring, he might have spiked the ball right in front of the referee. And here comes the flag.
A little obvious, yeah.
But it was worth it.
How are you going to flag a 3rd grader?
He didn't have a choice, man. I tell you, I felt bad for that ref because he was kind of laughing, but he didn't have a choice.
Yeah.
That's awesome, man.
That's awesome.
All right, well, let's take a break. Let's hear from our sponsors.
Awesome. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
Choose First Security. Banking is just the beginning. Here, we take care of each other, making the community we all share even stronger. So people in Arkansas can build a life, buy a home, run a business, and more. Strength in numbers and neighbors. It's another way First Security helps Arkansas bank better. And it's why you should call on us today. First Security. Bank better.
Insurance policies can be confusing. Oftentimes you settle for the minimum coverage required without considering what truly needs to be protected. At American Safeguard Insurance, our job is to make sure you understand exactly what you need. We'll help protect your assets and get you the best price so you have peace of mind when it matters most. Whether it's actively looking for savings or gaps in coverage, We forge personal relationships necessary to give you confidence that you're covered no matter what the situation. Don't wait for the worst case scenario to find out if you're covered. Experience more coverage, more savings, and more service with American Safeguard Insurance.
What do you do when you have electrical problems? Need new electrical installation? Or need to add security and Datacom to your home or office? I tell you what I do. I call Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom, a family-owned and ran business with over 70 years combined experience, specializing in residential, commercial, and industrial service. No matter the job, how big or small, just give them a call at 501-679-3393. Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom. They'll keep the lights on.
Hello, this is Freeman Collier with Collier Roofing, right here in Greenbrier, Arkansas. We are a master certified roofing company. We do shingle roofing, metal roofing, and seamless gutters. If there's a project you have coming up, please call us at 501-733-5163. Go Panthers!
Come into Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank all of our sponsors for their continued support. First Security Bank, American Safeguard Insurance, Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom, Steak and Shake, Collier Roofing, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Bleacher Bling, John Simone Bank of England, Chef Lynn's, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Oxygen 8 Hyperbarics, and the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier.
And we are back here inside of the American Safeguard Insurance First Security Tailgate Show. I'm JB Brazil alongside me, Matt McJunkins and Colt Harmon. Boys, it's going to be a fun night. It's getting a little chillier now as the sun starts to set. One thing I wanted to mention now that we're back from the break, key guy that Greenbrier's getting back tonight that's been gone, Jeremy Parker, nose guard.
Oh, I didn't think
huge.
I didn't think about Jeremy being here tonight. Obviously, he was cleared, I guess, last week.
Sure.
But I guess he's going to be rocking and rolling tonight, isn't he?
Oh yeah, he should be. Should be able to play a good bit.
Limited plays, yeah. So he'll be on limited plays, but we'll see him. We'll see him in the middle.
I tell you, here's the old
there's
Carl, baby.
The Milums just walked by.
Hey, let's take a look at that. We got the
And
camera
then
right
we've
here.
got-
Show it on, Carl.
We have got the man,
Give us
Carl
the Jackson Spears.
Stuttgart Carl Spears.
There it is.
Carl, did you tell Jackson no false starts tonight? It's going to be loud. Don't anticipate it, right?
They're focused, man.
I bet they're laser focused right now. Hey, I just Bluetooth, so we can take calls. Yes, we can take. We are Bluetooth.
Ready to roll.
Give me your number and say, give us a call.
No, we're not doing that. If you don't have my number, we may not want you to call.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, right. Yeah, but I don't have anybody taking calls and screen them.
This is awesome right here,
Isn't this cool? We're pumped about it. Yeah.
It's an awesome time.
It's 4:30 and people are just starting to pile
Hey,
in.
good win last night.
It's wild, isn't it?
So we didn't talk about that. So junior high last night, 8th and 9th grade come out last night in Valonia with big wins.
They sure did. 21-6 was the final in that one. Greenbrier just played really electric football. It was a close game really throughout the most of it, but Greenbrier just edged away there at the end.
I didn't get to watch the 8th grade game. And, Carl, who was just here, him and Sean actually did the games last night. Hey, we've got to get.
We got
BJ.
the band coming in right here. BJ, come here.
Come here. We're gonna put you on the air, all right?
Here, switch.
Can you
spots
see?
Here.
Can you see? No. Yeah, you'll have to switch
Yeah,
spots with me.
he's gonna switch spots with me.
All
Come
right.
in here, BJ.
We can still hear you, Colt. Sit right here, Colt.
That's awesome.
Or BJ.
BJ's gonna sit right here beside me.
All right. So, BJ, I'm giving you this microphone, all right?
All right.
Because the fans want to hear. We're on video right there, okay? So people watching the Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network are watching us right now.
Yeah.
We want to know, talking to that mic, we want to know what your prediction is tonight.
Our Dicklin Orman, we're going to get the ball and we're going to drive down field and score.
So we're going to score first.
Yeah, we're going to score
Okay.
first,
Okay.
and we're going to let Valonia kind of figure things out, and we're going to whoop all over him.
That's right.
That's what I'm
All over
talking
the
about.
field.
How many? Do you have a prediction on the score?
I don't know yet.
Okay. Do you think it'll be more than 14 points?
Yes,
I do
think
too.
so too.
I do too.
I
I'm
think
going.
so too.
I'm going at least. I picked us at least 42 to 28. But
Yeah, I
don't be
mean-
surprised if we don't run the clock the second
Yeah,
half.
I'll
Right.
be surprised too.
Hey, here's what you need to do. After we score on the first possession, you tell Tribble, say, we want the ball. We're going to win the toss. We're going to get the football, right?
Yeah.
We're
We
going
gonna
to go
win
march
toss,
right down the
yeah.
field. But then what I want you to do is I want you to get your phone out. I want you to call Lane Grill right after we score that first touchdown,
Yeah.
and you tell him, how do you like that?
All right, I will.
Todd Lane Grill, how do you like that?
I will
Hey,
tell you.
let me tell you, I've been watching you all day long. You have had a busy day today. From the
did.
the radio this morning
Radio and
to the pep rally,
rally this morning. Yeah.
and now you're here. And now you got to get laser focused for the
I
game.
gotta get laser focused.
I love it.
All
I
right,
love
man.
it. Hey, appreciate you, BJ.
Thanks,
hey, good
BJ.
luck, Coach.
All right, thank you.
Oh, that's
So
awesome.
that is, how many years, BJ? 27?
Yeah, 27.
27-year veteran coach, Coach BJ.
Wow, a legend.
A legend here at Panther Stadium. Everybody knows, and everybody loves BJ. You know what's funny? It was Coach's mom was telling me she was taking a picture of BJ with the Eagle mascot, right? And they were head to head, right? And she was trying to get BJ to be look mad and mean, and he couldn't do it. He's just so darn nice, he was grinning, he was smiling.
I have to keep an eye on BJ because, listen, we'll just be sitting around the house and my mom's phone will ring and it'll be BJ. He'll call her. And he just say, hey, Susan, you want to take me to Garth Brooks concert?
Oh,
You want
that's
to take
good
me to get a
stuff.
steak? And so,
Hey, let me tell you, he could take her to a Morgan Wallen concert.
Oh,
because I know somebody's got 3 tickets they're going to give away.
so we got some tickets. So listen, come by our booth, right? Do you have the?
I didn't
okay,
do it.
Okay,
We're going to have to figure out how to take names.
JB's got.
Oh,
JB's
he's got
a deal
paper.
right there. So listen, come by our booth, right? We're at the first security booth right here. Come by our booth. You're going to write down your name, right? Your name, write down your contact information, and then you're going to write down your score prediction.
Yep.
Okay. And then to the right side, you're going to write down, in case there's a tiebreaker, how many touchdowns that Cooper Wilcox will account for tonight. And if you win, you get 3 Morgan Wallen tickets, courtesy of Fat Burger in Greenbrier.
Fat Burger. Hey, let me tell you, when are we going to get some Fat Burger? When's that going down?
December 6th.
Okay.
Yeah, we pushed it. We had to push it. Their training team is in Dubai right now.
That's a pretty good clip.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, they call us.
Pretty good clip from here.
So, we can't get fat yet. So,
Listen, man, if that's what it takes to be part of your deal, I'm in.
hey, let's do
Be
it.
fat?
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
Maybe I'm your mascot. There is longtime Panther Steve Cardin. Assistant. I'm his assistant defensive coordinator for the 3rd grade Pee Wee Panthers.
You're a darn good one, too, man.
I appreciate it. I'm more of a raw guy.
Get them all hyped up. Guys, again, looking at that junior high game, last night, it just kind of gives you a little idea of what's to come. This Greenbrier group, Greenbrier football seems to be back and in full force the last few years. This year especially. It's special for kids like your son Clint to see these guys playing as well as they are, like a team.
Oh,
but it gets those younger guys hyped up to play football.
And like Jacob is like a brother to Clint. I mean, so Clint's Sean's wife Sarah. She's always kind of last couple of years. She's always kind of been Clint's buddy during the game, and Clint sits with her and she spoils him. I mean, absolutely spoils him rotten, and he loves it, and I love it. And so her boys, Jacob being one of them, are just basically like brothers to him, And so when they have family photos after the game, you usually find Clint in them.
Clint in the middle of it.
And then, of course, you got Coop and Nick and those guys, and he just looks up to them, and I love it. It's special to me. When I had those guys on the podcast tonight, I about got darn choked up. I'm telling you, I looked at Matt, and after they left, I said, dude, I'm a little shocked. I kind of got a little choked up. He said, well, I'm glad you didn't because I'd have lost it.
Wow.
He did. He's like, I'm glad you didn't get a little teary-eyed. He
Sure.
said, because I would have flat lost it. And I'm sure he would have. You talk about a dad of a senior in such a special time right now.
Well, I'll tell you, Matt, those guys, this whole team's special. Those are good young, a good group of young guys.
It is.
I mean, you look at Thatcher after the game, you deal with Miles Miller, how he's training him and teaching him up and encouraging him. He's his biggest supporter of anybody.
Well, and I mentioned this on the podcast the other night. When Thatcher goes out, right, he's hurt. He finds out he's going to be, at first he thought he might have to have surgery.
Right.
Second, he finds out he's probably going to be on a halo, and then fortunately he's not going to have to do that. But whenever he goes out, he texts Miles, and this is Ty, Miles' dad, telling me this. He said Thatcher texted Miles and said, "Hey, you got this. I'm behind you 100%. I'm going to coach you up. I'm going to be there for you." And let me tell you, whew.
That speaks volumes of a young man like that. A lot of guys, you get bummed out on an injury. It's your senior year, for crying out loud. You could take that a little bit more personal and take it, get down a little bit, kind of get upset about it. That's taking it to a whole new level. That shows character for young men like that.
It's leadership. It's just everything. It's everything that makes a mama and daddy proud.
That's right.
Well, and that even speaking of him, because I think last week I made a mistake on his grandparents, so I needed to correct that. They actually messaged me about that.
Way to go, JB.
Yeah,
you made a mistake. Who'd have thought, right? Shocker.
Yeah, I know. No one's really, surprised by that. But I did want to say his grandparents, David and Linda Strack, and then Danny and Pam Akers, they play a huge part in the character of that young man, as well as their parents and his parents. And I just think, again, looking at this team and the young guys that play, Nick Hewitt, Cooper, the guys you talked to in the podcast, even others, for them to be able to mesh with the younger guys, the 9th, 10th graders on the team, that for one, that shows character, but again, it shows why they're so effective and so good. Yeah. This team is obviously talented, but I think they're even so more talented because of the chemistry that they've got together. They got each other's backs.
Yeah, they do. And listen, as hard as it is for, and you don't see a lot of, a lot of older kids take younger kids under the wing. On the flip side, you don't see a lot of younger kids be as receptive as these younger kids have been to our older kids, and I think that's a testament. And back to what the 8th grade and 9th grade, it's very key that we're having success right now because we're going into 6A next year.
Oh, no doubt.
And that we're going to have to step up that level of competition, so it's key to really ride that momentum going into that. And so, you just love to see it from top to bottom. It's flowing. And
check this out.
There's just a lot of special times coming ahead for Greenbrier football.
Got us a Sonic.
Colt.
Blast.
Matt's over here interrupting us a little bit.
I'm sorry. I get excited when somebody throws me shirts.
He's over there stealing Colt's thunder.
That's what I'm saying. He got Sonic on the deal. Matt, take that
I know.
out. I gave you a Fatburger hat.
Hey,
hang on.
I didn't think about this.
Stop.
Put that on there.
Put that right there. Look at that.
Let me tell you. You know what this reminds me of? This reminds me of when Jacob Mathis goes down in the game, right? He doesn't get hurt bad, but this is early in the season. And at first we thought it was Cooper Wilcox, right?
Yep.
And so we're like, oh no, Cooper's down. And he says, oh no, it's just Jacob.
I said, oh, thank goodness. And then I realized, this is my chance to defend myself. I was not happy that Jacob was injured, but in that moment of thinking, oh man, Cooper's down, this is not good. Not thinking that it's equally just as bad if Jacob's down as far as, losing a skill guy like that. Thankfully, Sean was very forgiving.
Well, we watched him a couple of weeks ago. We're up by 3 or 4 scores, and Cooper's just sitting there trying to find people to run over. And instead of going out of bounds, he's just taking on 2 or 3 defenders.
Guys.
So I stopped and talked to Matt Wilcox at halftime. I said, Matt, you were right there. You got to tell Cooper get down. I said, you would have went down there, but that's just the difference in y'all two. You're soft. Cooper's tough.
He doesn't take any play off.
No, that's right.
Man, that's good stuff. Yeah, we're man, it's one of an exciting night. We got Daniel Hilligan here now.
My man,
the producer.
Nathan,
a.k.a. Nathan. Steve Cardin.
Oh, man.
What'd he say? Me or him? Yeah. He is a loud fan. He's a close friend of mine, and we've coached a lot of football together. He is a great football coach.
I tell you what, Matt, we're about 15 minutes since the last commercial. Let's hit a break.
Let's hit it, man.
We'll come back. We might have some surprises for you. Stay with us. We'll be right back here on the American Safeguard Insurance First Security Tailgate Show.
When you choose First Security, banking is just the beginning. Here, we take care of each other, making the community we all share even stronger. So people in Arkansas can build a life, buy a home, run a business, and more. Strength in numbers and neighbors. It's another way First Security helps Arkansas bank better. And it's why you should call on us today. First Security, bank better.
Insurance policies can be confusing. Oftentimes you settle for the minimum coverage required without considering what truly needs to be protected. At American Safeguard Insurance, our job is to make sure you understand exactly what you need. We'll help protect your assets and get you the best price so you have peace of mind when it matters most. Whether it's actively looking for savings or gaps in coverage, we forge personal relationships necessary to give you confidence that you're covered no matter what the situation. Don't wait for the worst-case scenario to find out if you're covered. Experience more coverage, more savings, and more service with American Safeguard Insurance.
What do you do when you have electrical problems? Need new electrical installation? Or need to add security and Datacom to your home or office? I tell you what I do. I call Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom, a family-owned and ran business with over 70 years combined experience, specializing in residential, commercial, and industrial service. No matter the job, how big or small, just give them a call at 501-679-3393. Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom. They'll keep the lights on.
Hello, this is Freeman Collier with Collier Roofing, right here in Greenbrier, Arkansas. We are a master certified roofing company. We do shingle roofing, metal roofing, and seamless gutters. If there's a project you have coming up, please call us at 501-733-5163. Go Panthers!
Come into Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank all of our sponsors for their continued support. First Security Bank, American Safeguard Insurance, Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom, Steak and Shake, Collier Roofing, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Bleacher Bling, John Simone Bank of England, Chef Lynn's, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Oxygen 8 Hyperbarics, and the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier. All right, we're back here at John Hawks Memorial Field, just outside of the stadium here in Greenbrier. We are with none other than Greenbrier Athletic Director Steve Wood. How you doing, Coach Wood?
Man, I'm great. What a great night.
Oh, man, isn't it exciting?
It has been a heck of a week.
You know, starting out the week, you know, we had a lot of things to look forward to with 3 games, and even more than that when you look at the 7th grade and some of the others. But the 8th grade, the 9th grade, and then tonight. And right now we're 2-0. Last night we had a couple of big wins over there at their place.
That is correct.
And now we're trying to seal the deal here.
Might as well finish it.
That's right. That's right. Do you have a prediction for tonight?
Well, sure. Panthers win.
You know, we had BJ over here a while ago, and he was awesome. And I said, "Man, you've been busy today." I said, "I've been keeping up with you." He said, "Yeah, I have been." Well, I asked him. I said, "Well, what's your prediction?" And he kind of went into detail and told us when we were going to score and that we were going to whip them. And I said, "Well, you think it'll be at least 14?" He said, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, you think we're going to have the second half? The clock's just going to run?" And he said, "Dang right."
Oh. I'm all for it. Coach BJ always believes in the Panthers.
Boy, he does.
100% true.
What a good dude, too. You know, he's been here, I think, 27 years?
29.
29?
He started in the 7th grade.
Golly.
And he's been here 29 years. And, man, that guy, he's brought a lot of joy to a lot of people.
He has. And, you know, his coach's mom was talking about, she was showing pictures of at the pep rally. She was trying to get him to be mean looking with the eagle. He couldn't do it.
He cannot do it. He can't be mean.
I said he ain't got a mean bone in his body.
He gets fired up, but he is just happy. And he did that radio interview this morning on Y107.
Yeah.
And he just had a big time and did great. It was fun.
Yeah. Well, Coach Wood, I was going to ask you, since your time being here, the AD at Greenbrier, where does this game rank as far as the hype and all of that?
Man, a lot of people talked about it, and I don't think it can be any bigger than this
Wow.
one. I mean, you're both undefeated. It's your rival.
Yeah.
It's at your place. It's for the conference championship. Both teams have a chance to go, a long ways in the playoffs. I don't know how you can draw it up any better.
And it's the last time that these two teams will be in the same conference for the foreseeable future.
That's right. And we'll still play non-conference. But
Right.
the last time that the conference will be on the line, and here we are playing for the championship. What a great deal for us and them and Faulkner County. And
also, even more, if the winner is going to be home all the way to War Memorial. I mean, you couldn't, like you said, you could not put any more into this as far as the reward.
I've had several people tell me this week, it's probably going to be too crowded. I'm not going to come. Or, hey, why didn't y'all move that game to UCA?
Oh, gosh.
This is every person's dream.
Right. That's
may never, I hope we have this a bunch, but we may never get this opportunity.
Was it Valonia wanting to go to a neutral site?
Yeah, they wanted to go.
Well, sure they did.
Yeah. couldn't believe we didn't want to do that.
I mean, they said, well, it'll make you more money. We can fit more people. We said, we can fit everybody you bring, baby.
That's right. We'll find a place for them.
In fact, my statement was, you can bring me a suitcase of $25,000 in unmarked bills, and we would say, no way.
We ain't losing this home field.
That's right. This gate's going to be nice, obviously, and we're fired up about it.
Sure.
That we want to win this game, and we'd let them all in for free to play this game for
That's
here.
right. Hey, here's the deal. You win this one, you get a lot more gates.
That's right. That's exactly
Home field advantage gets you a lot more gates.
Very good point.
That's got to be brought up to the team, too. It's got to be a school revenue thing as well.
That's right. This is a business decision, guys. We need you to win.
With all that NIL stuff going on, you think that they want some of that money, too.
We're going to share with them.
Coach, thanks for being on here. I was going to ask you real quick before you go. Have you talked to Coach Tribble much before the game, kind of his thoughts or anything like that?
Coach Tribble and I have a good relationship, and I talk to him not daily, but every other day, and we just shoot the bull. And I've tried this week not to change that. I wanted to ask him, and they've got a good feel about it. We ate dinner last night before the junior high game, and the coaches, they just seemed calm and kind of talked about the game plan and stuff. But I feel like they're ready, and man, this has just been a good group of kids, very coachable, and it makes your job easier as a coach when those kids can do exactly what you want them to do.
We talked about that a little bit earlier on the broadcast. Just it's unique to have guys like we do, the seniors and juniors that lead well, but then having those younger guys that are as receptive that Colt was talking about.
Yeah.
It's a special group of guys.
It's a great mix. And you get 22 seniors, you think, well, there's going to be a couple in there. Yeah, they're not bought in. Every one of those seniors are bought in, and they lead, and those kids follow. And it's just a cool group. It really is. We're going to miss these guys a bunch. That's why we want to keep on playing as long as they can.
Well, that's the only problem with having such a good class is that you're going to miss them when they're gone.
That's right. This class will be remembered for forever. For what they did.
100%.
Just a great season, and they had high expectations. But I don't think very many people had us drawn up 9-0 going into the last game, and
I think some people still don't.
And the way they've done it. I told Coach Tribble last night the most impressive thing to me is we played some teams that we probably knew we were better than. We could have overlooked it. People have been talking about Bologna since week 5.
Right.
And those kids have not wavered from week to week and take care of business, and they have just handled their business every week.
Yeah. And it's not even been close either. I mean, it's not even a doubt that they're coming to not handle business. I mean, it's literally just foot on the pedal and just run up that score and let that clock roll for that second half.
Well, and you walk on through the year, and a lot of the outside voices you hear some of these games, we're gonna get beat by a close one, we're gonna win by a close one, and it's been pretty much done at halftime.
It really has. Since Arkadelphia,
yes.
which was a great game, and we kind of had that one.
That wasn't as close as it ended up being.
And it ended up being a little closer, but since Arkadelphia, we hadn't been nervous in the second half, and that's kind of good. And it kind of makes you nervous in your team. What if you get in a close game? But I just think these guys will respond to whatever.
Well, I do too. Well, I'll tell you what that does too for the future is you're getting guys that are younger, getting a lot of playing time against high-quality conference opponents. What a time to be a Panther.
Sure.
Excited for this game tonight. Again, just looking at this game on paper, we were talking about this earlier. Both of these teams match up really, really, really well. Yeah. They look just about even across the board as far as stats go. Obviously, looking at us in the second half, we seem to have taken the gas pedal a little bit off because we hadn't had to go full throttle. I just think that coming into this is just one of those matchups of a century. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Whatever total Vegas sets, take the over.
That's right, take the over. Like, going to be a lot of offense tonight.
I'm setting the over at 80. There it is.
I'm going to tell you, I'd still take it.
I'm going over.
Yeah, me too.
I'm going over.
Oh, goodness,
I can't
that's
tell
awesome.
my prediction because I got to win these tickets for my daughter. But
Oh yeah! Hey, right now you're in good shape because nobody here is listening, so nobody knows to come over.
Don't tell anybody. Just write your name down there, Coach Wood.
Yeah, write your name and your prediction to the score.
And everybody's going to be like, well, he's the athletic director. He got how did he get him? Oh, he came over here.
He came over here.
I put the score right here.
Yeah. Does he need to have his contact information as well? Phone number at least?
I don't know how to get a hold of him. You know,
I believe y'all got it. There you go.
I like it. I like it.
Great. Well, Coach Wood, thanks so much.
All right, guys. Hey, listen, let me say this while we're on here.
Yeah.
You guys are awesome. I mean, I
Thanks
hear
so
from
much.
people all the time. I don't ever get to watch you because I'm always here or listen to you. But get so many compliments how great you are and professional, and you do things right. And obviously, you're Greenbrier homers, but you do it the right way, and I just appreciate you. And I know what you're compensated to do this, so we appreciate the volunteer work that you guys do. It's been great for our community.
Every penny we make, we put it back into the program.
I know you do. I know you do.
Yeah, we just invest it right back.
I tell you, the program's going to go ahead and double your pay.
On that, Coach, JB and Matt, they do a really good job. But we appreciate you. We know where the state of the program was before you came in here, and now people are looking at Greenbrier as a football school, and I would have never thought in my time here that we would ever be a football school.
Hey, and next year you got to step it up some more.
We got a rule around here.
Don't talk about
next year. Cole, I appreciate it, and it's because of good people. You surround yourself with good people, which I have, and they do the rest of the work. And it's just a good community and good people. And our kids, man, we may not be the most athletic, we know that, but our kids will outwork anybody out there, man, and they want to win, and it's a blessing to be in Greenbrier, America.
Sure, absolutely.
Love it. Well, that was Coach Wood, guys. We're going to hit a break. We come back. We'll continue here on the American Safeguard Insurance and First Security Tailgate Show. We'll be right back. Stay with us.
When you choose First Security, banking is just the beginning. Here, we take care of each other, making the community we all share even stronger. So people in Arkansas can build a life, buy a home, run a business, and more. Strength in numbers and neighbors. It's another way First Security helps Arkansas bank better. And it's why you should call on us today. First Security, bank better.
Insurance policies can be confusing. Oftentimes you settle for the minimum coverage required without considering what truly needs to be protected. At American Safeguard Insurance, our job is to make sure you understand exactly what you need. We'll help protect your assets and get you the best price so you have peace of mind when it matters most. Whether it's actively looking for savings or gaps in coverage, we forge personal relationships necessary to give you confidence that you're covered no matter what the situation. Don't wait for the worst-case scenario to find out if you're covered. Experience more coverage, more savings, and more service with American Safeguard Insurance.
What do you do when you have electrical problems? Need new electrical installation? Or need to add security and Datacom to your home or office? I tell you what I do. I call Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom, a family-owned and ran business with over 70 years combined experience, specializing in residential, commercial, and industrial service. No matter the job, how big or small, just give them a call at 501-679-3393. Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom. They'll keep the lights on.
Hello, this is Freeman Collier with Collier Roofing, right here in Greenbrier, Arkansas. We are a master certified roofing company. We do shingle roofing, metal roofing, and seamless gutters. If there's a project you have coming up, please call us at 501-733-5163. Go Panthers!
Come into Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank all of our sponsors for their continued support. First Security Bank, American Safeguard Insurance, Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom, Steak and Shake, Collier Roofing, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Bleacher Bling, John Simone Bank of England, Chef Lynn's, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Oxygen 8 Hyperbarics, and the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier.
When you choose First Security, banking is just the beginning. Here, we take care of each other, making the community we all share even stronger. So people in Arkansas can build a life, buy a home, run a business, and more. Strength in numbers and neighbors. It's another way First Security helps Arkansas bank better. And it's why you should call on us today. First Security, bank better.
Insurance policies can be confusing. Oftentimes you settle for the minimum coverage required without considering what truly needs to be protected. At American Safeguard Insurance, our job is to make sure you understand exactly what you need. We'll help protect your assets and get you the best price so you have peace of mind when it matters most. Whether it's actively looking for savings or gaps in coverage, we forge personal relationships necessary to give you confidence that you're covered no matter what the situation. Don't wait for the worst-case scenario to find out if you're covered. Experience more coverage, more savings, and more service with American Safeguard Insurance.
What do you do when you have electrical problems? Need new electrical installation? Or need to add security and Datacom to your home or office? I tell you what I do. I call Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom. A family-owned and ran business with over 70 years combined experience, specializing in residential, commercial, and industrial service. No matter the job, how big or small, just give them a call at 501-679-3393. Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom. They'll keep the lights on.
Hello, this is Freeman Collier with Collier Roofing, right here in Greenbrier, Arkansas. We are a master certified roofing company. We do shingle roofing, metal roofing, and seamless gutters. If there's a project you have coming up, please call us at 501-733-5163. Go Panthers!
Come into Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank all of our sponsors for their continued support. First Security Bank, American Safeguard Insurance, Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom, Steak and Shake, Collier Roofing, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Bleacher Bling, John Simone Bank of England, Chef Lynn's, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Oxygen 8 Hyperbarics, and the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier.
When you choose First Security, banking is just the beginning. Here, we take care of each other, making the community we all share even stronger. So people in Arkansas can build a life, buy a home, run a business, and more. Strength in numbers and neighbors. It's another way First Security helps Arkansas bank better. And it's why you should call on us today. First Security, bank better.
Insurance policies can be confusing. Oftentimes you settle for the minimum coverage required without considering what truly needs to be protected. At American Safeguard Insurance, our job is to make sure you understand exactly what you need. We'll help protect your assets and get you the best price so you have peace of mind when it matters most. Whether it's actively looking for savings or gaps in coverage, we forge personal relationships necessary to give you confidence that you're covered no matter what the situation. Don't wait for the worst-case scenario to find out if you're covered. Experience more coverage, more savings, and more service with American Safeguard Insurance.
What do you do when you have electrical problems? Need new electrical installation? Or need to add security and Datacom to your home or office? I tell you what I do. I call Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom. A family-owned and ran business with over 70 years combined experience, specializing in residential, commercial, and industrial service. No matter the job, how big or small, just give them a call at 501-679-3393. Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom. They'll keep the lights on.
Hello, this is Freeman Collier with Collier Roofing, right here in Greenbrier, Arkansas. We are a master certified roofing company. We do shingle roofing, metal roofing, and seamless gutters. If there's a project you have coming up, please call us at 501-733-5163. Go Panthers!
Come into Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank all of our sponsors for their continued support. First Security Bank, American Safeguard Insurance, Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom, Steak and Shake, Collier Roofing, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Bleacher Bling, John Simone Bank of England, Chef Lynn's, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Oxygen 8 Hyperbarics, and the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier.
And we are back here inside of the American Safeguard Insurance and First Security Tailgate Show.
Might have had a little delay.
Just a little bit. My name's JB Brazil, alongside me Matt McJunkins, Colt Harmon. We also got a guest with us as well.
This is Allie Graham.
The face of Graham Brothers.
That's right, the face. Fortunately, she's the face of Graham Brothers.
That's
So we wanted to get Allie over here because she and Graham Brothers, they are a huge sponsor of the broadcast, and we wanted just to kind of talk about who Graham Brothers is and what they do.
Yes, it's the three brothers, Chase, Cody, and Clay. They've been they're alumni for Greenbrier. We are here in Spring Hill. We do residential, industrial, and commercial electrical services for everybody.
That's awesome. So I work for American Safeguard Insurance, and I know we're building this huge new building across the street from our office now, and I've been seeing a lot of Graham Brother trucks over there.
Yes, it's very pretty. We're actually doing the security and Datacom for them.
Awesome.
We actually do our insurance for them. We love Jeremy Davis. We love all of y'all. Y'all are awesome.
Oh, Jeremy, he's in Nashville right now.
Yeah, he was in our wedding.
Was he really?
Him and his wife, yes.
That's awesome.
Yes.
That's awesome. Yeah, so the other day I got in trouble because, well, I didn't really get in trouble, but so y'all were there eating the other day, right, at where were we, Brick and Forge.
I get to go to that one. I never get to go to the good places.
So we see him all the time, right? And so we walk in there. Jeremy's not with us. Jason is. And me and Jason walk over the table. Jason goes to the bathroom, and he comes back. I said, listen, guys, Jason, he's going to pay for your lunch. And then I walk off. And then here he comes over there. I was like, man, I was just kidding. He said, yeah, well, they bought a bond this morning, so it's not like I can't buy their lunch. He said, but he said, let me tell you, it's all worth it because Jeremy Davis was not here.
There you go. Yep. Oh, Jeremy.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thanks for coming over and hanging out with us.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
So, hey, you did mention that you grew up, born and raised in Valonia.
Oh, Lord, yes.
And I saw, and Haley, she was over here. She was also,
Big
but you know, she
basketball
made the conversion.
All my kids go to Greenbrier.
Yeah.
This is just a hard game for me.
I
That doesn't mean anything.
So do you stand at the goalpost so you don't have to pick?
No, I just don't clap when we go either way.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, hey, thanks for coming on with us.
Thanks for having me.
And thanks for the hot dogs.
Yes.
Awesome.
You're welcome.
Awesome.
Awesome. I'm in the middle.
She's in the middle.
I'm Switzerland.
That's right.
Neutral. I love it.
All right. Thank you. Who we got next? Do we got anybody else lined up right now?
I don't, but I'm going
I
to
just saw
Craig
Josh
O'Neal.
Camden. I just saw
Yeah,
Josh
Craig O'Neal.
Camden over there.
Oh,
We need
Josh
to get-
Camden, yeah.
Yeah, we need to get an ex-player on here
Can you
somewhere.
mute this real quick
Yep.
so I can go get somebody?
Yeah, I sure can. Yeah, you can go. All right, so we're back here. We had a little short. Oh, we got Mike Bowen over here. We had a short. How are y'all? Good. So we had a short technical difficulty break where we had about 3 commercial runs in a row because our camera died, and then we had JB over there trying to fix it, right? And he was trying to charge it or trying to get it. He had it plugged up and he was trying to get the power to it, and for about 2-3 minutes he didn't have the strip turned on.
Yeah.
It's hard to get power when the strip's not on. Hey, I see JB over there. It looks like he got a nod from Craig O'Neal. I think Craig's going to come over.
That's awesome. Hey, while we got a little break, I just want to go ahead and Greenbrier Nation wants to send our condolences to the Batesville Pioneers. And
yeah, for sure.
They lost Miss Jeannie Repke, and she was a great one. And Mama Rep, Coach Rep, we love you. We're praying for you. And just know that Greenbrier Panther Nation is with you.
Oh, absolutely, 100%, 100%. We appreciate you doing that. So this is Miss Crystal, and she is Eli Weaver's mother. And I've known her since Pee Wee football when my son Christopher and Eli played together. And let me tell you, we knew he was special when he was in the 5th and 6th grade. So, yeah. So we're glad y'all are here tonight. We're glad y'all are back in Greenbrier. Yes. Well, thank you very much. Yeah, punched him right in the mouth. That's right. That was Harrison. We come out and punched him right in the mouth. That's right. I love it. We appreciate y'all support. We do. So she gets to watch it. Yeah. Yes, she's the one that said that Dustin said wanted to know why Eli's picture wasn't on there. Hey, we made sure we got it on there. Well, hey, I love that she watches it. That's awesome. That's awesome. Thank y'all. Enjoy the game. So, man, this is awesome. We're having a lot of great fans, a lot of parents of some of our students, athletes, and it's just a cool deal, man. This is a great idea. I'm glad. I don't know who thought of this.
Can we get down on the field and just do this on the field for the game?
Cool.
I'd love it.
Can we just do it? Can we freeze and just
talk about it? So Cooper, what were you thinking on that last play?
Hey, I swear I was about to call you this week and say, give me a camera and give me something. And I will go down there and I'll interview it. But look, you can't get them kids involved in that. This is high school. This isn't the NFL.
Right.
I'll tell you, we got a special guest here in a little bit. Craig O'Neal's going to come over in about 5 to 10 minutes.
I told you he'd come over here.
He's a great guy. So stay on for that. We're actually probably going to get off the broadcast about 5:45 to get set up for the actual pregame. So about 30 more minutes before we head for that. But Craig will be over here before a little bit. We're excited, guys. Valonia and Greenbrier, it's getting a little bit closer to kickoff.
Piling in, man, piling in.
There's Audrey Hawk over there. Just got to the stadium. Guys, this is it's just a unique feel. You know, getting here this early, seeing everybody pile in. Oh, my goodness, just a lot of fun. You know, we ought to do this more often, to be honest with you.
That guy's going to freeze. That kid is going to freeze. Oh, can't say that on the air, but he's going to freeze.
So so we're gonna so we want to make sure that we talk about the rest of our sponsors. One of them being Collier Roofing, and I want to apologize on the air to Freeman because Freeman made a new commercial, and I told him, I said, get it to me by Thursday, and he did, and I sent it to Sean, and Sean said there's no way I can get it in before next week, so we are going to have it next week. Freeman, I'm so sorry. I was hoping that we may still see him before we get out of here. He was going to try to come by. But listen, Collier Roofing, I don't know, if you don't know the Collier family, there's just some of the best people there are. I mean, Freeman, Justin, the whole family is good folks. And let me tell you, if you're listening in Valonia or Greenbrier, they're in both towns. They're in both towns, and they're just good people. They have a great business. There is nobody I would recommend more than Collier Roofing.
I can tell you right now, there is no sponsor right here that wouldn't mind serving both Greenbrier and Valonia.
Sure, absolutely. You're exactly right. And hey, same. This guy right here, American Safeguard Insurance. Valonia people need insurance too.
That's right.
But one night a year, I'm pulling against them.
You're right.
And that's tonight. But here's the deal too, and I was talking to Scott Sanders, a friend of mine over in Valonia. Obviously we're pulling to beat them. We want to beat them as much as we can. But I hope these two teams play each other in the finals of the state championship. I mean, I representing our conference.
Yeah, no kidding.
So much talent on both of these teams. Would love for both of these teams to just keep on winning football games.
It'd be a storybook ending, Greenbrier going to 6A like we talked about, and it'd just be that one last time. And so we're hoping that we want Greenbrier to win tonight, but I wouldn't mind seeing it again.
No, absolutely, I wouldn't mind seeing it
because whoever loses this game, we're on the other team again.
Oh, 100%. And I pick during this week, and I've got so many friends in Valonia that, I say stuff, and I got to be careful because everybody doesn't know me, so you got to be careful what you say that some people aren't taking it the wrong way. But, Casey Cron's a coach over at Valonia. Me and Casey grew up together, played baseball when we were 7 years old together, so he's literally one of my best friends on this earth. Well, the other day, first out of the gate this week, he posts the ninth grade championship. He coached junior high football over there, and he posted the video of them scoring the 2-point conversion to beat this senior team in the ninth grade, and of course he tagged me in it, right? So we've been going back and forth all week long, and it's all 100% just for fun because when it comes down to it, we all love these kids and we want nothing but the best for them. And I'll say this too about these two classes. They're friends. We're talking to Nick and Cooper and some of these guys. Cooper Wilcox and Austin Myers are friends. They play 7-on-7 ball together in the summer for Arkansas Elite 100. I mean, they're literally good friends.
And they're both good guys.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. Great young men.
And I'll add this, as cliche as it sounds, this game tonight will not define the season that either of these teams have had. Somebody has to win this game and somebody has to lose this game, but it's not going to define the work and everything else that both teams have put in till tonight.
100%. And I think that's well said because when you get it in a game of this caliber of level, it's just almost like gut-wrenching when one team loses, but they have to. But you're exactly right. To put it in perspective, there's a lot of season left. You can win this game and then lay an egg in the postseason. It really –
That's right.
That's right.
So it's important to win. Sure, you want to win it for what it's worth in conference play. There's a lot of football left, win or lose tonight.
That's right.
Something else that – and everything that's been going on, with the Valonia-Greenbrier rivalry, where they be in the conference championship, both teams being undefeated, something that has flown under the radar is it's senior night.
It is senior night.
That's exactly right.
And we've said it all year long that this is a special group of kids.
Yeah, and when we get up there here in a little bit, we're going to get set up in the booth so that we can show the senior night coverage. So you're right, Mike. It is senior night, and that is it's a way to really honor these seniors and their families.
Yeah.
We love it.
And going back to it, with these two teams, I think it's a plus for both these teams because they're playing in such a high magnitude game going into the playoffs. We both know both teams are going to playoffs regardless, right? But this is going to be a great building for the playoffs for both of these teams.
Right.
So you have to look at it like that as well.
Certainly. No, that's a great point.
Well, let me say this too. Honestly, in just all honesty, as a football not as a Panther fan but as a football a guy that keeps up with football. Let's say this: losing this game gives you the easier path to War Memorial. I'm saying that just based on the knowledge.
You ain't got to play PA.
From watching the season across the state this year.
Semifinals against PA.
The advantage of winning this game and being first in the conference is that you are literally home all the way to War Memorial. Even in the semifinals, when you would play a Pulaski Academy, you would play them here. That's huge advantage. You don't want to play them there.
That's right.
But the flip side of that is, even though you're on the road on the bottom side of the bracket at the 2 seed, it might be an easier path to get there. You're going to have to beat a Little Rock Christian right out of the gate. Yep. They're going to be the 3 seed.
Yep.
So if you're the 2 seed here, you're going to play them first game.
Yep.
You will play them at home, but then after that, you're going to probably have to go to like Camden Fairview. That's not a place you want to go play.
No.
This team is as good as this team is, right? We're not going to match up great with a team that has just speed.
Camden's got that.
No, and the last time we went to Camden Fairview was in 2009 for a chance to go to the state finals.
Right.
And it was tough. It was a tough night. And we had a great quarterback in Neil Birchlam, and he's a coach for us. And so, yeah, I mean, you want to set yourself up nice.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. And being home is definitely the route you want to be. So, it's going to be a big game tonight. We're looking forward to it. We're looking at getting Craig over here in just a bit. Let's hit a break real quick. We'll hit our sponsors up real quick because that's what this is about, is showing Fat Burger and some of these others our appreciation. So we'll be right back after these.
When you choose First Security, banking is just the beginning. Here, we take care of each other, making the community we all share even stronger. So people in Arkansas can build a life, buy a home, run a business, and more. Strength in numbers and neighbors. It's another way First Security helps Arkansas bank better. And it's why you should call on us today. First Security, bank better.
Insurance policies can be confusing. Oftentimes you settle for the minimum coverage required without considering what truly needs to be protected. At American Safeguard Insurance, our job is to make sure you understand exactly what you need. We'll help protect your assets and get you the best price so you have peace of mind when it matters most. Whether it's actively looking for savings or gaps in coverage, we forge personal relationships necessary to give you confidence that you're covered no matter what the situation. Don't wait for the worst-case scenario to find out if you're covered. Experience more coverage, more savings, and more service with American Safeguard Insurance.
What do you do when you have electrical problems? Need new electrical installation? Or need to add security and Datacom to your home or office? I tell you what I do. I call Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom. A family-owned and ran business with over 70 years combined experience, specializing in residential, commercial, and industrial service. No matter the job, how big or small, just give them a call at 501-679-3393. Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom. They'll keep the lights on.
Hello, this is Freeman Collier with Collier Roofing, right here in Greenbrier, Arkansas. We are a master certified roofing company. We do shingle roofing, metal roofing, and seamless gutters. If there's a project you have coming up, please call us at 501-733-5163. Go Panthers.
Come into Steak and Shake for the original steak burger, steak burgers, and milkshakes. Yep, it's all right there in the name. Steak and Shake. Get them delivered.
The Greenbrier Panthers Sports Network would like to thank all of our sponsors for their continued support. First Security Bank, American Safeguard Insurance, Graham Brothers Electric Security and Datacom, Steak and Shake, Collier Roofing, Ricochet Outdoors, 4M Landworks, Bleacher Bling, John Simone Bank of England, Chef Lynn's, Swanky Southern Boutique and Salon, Oxygen 8 Hyperbarics, and the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier.
And we are back here instead of the American Safeguard Insurance and First Security Tailgate Show. I'm JB Brazil alongside me, Matt McJunkins, Colt Harmon, and the infamous Craig O'Neill. Craig, Craig, thanks for getting on here with us.
Oh, this is so cool. Your setup is like network over here.
Oh, man, we love it.
Headphones, I got the mic, I've got the good-looking guys. Ain't no women over here, but that's okay. We're talking.
You may get them, Craig.
Football.
You want me to get them? I'll get them over here.
Now, Craig asked,
I don't want to be hashtagged.
Right. You don't want to get canceled, right?
Yeah,
that's right.
Shut up, Craig.
So Craig asked what this paid. I told him, hey, listen, get in line. We'll give you all the hot dogs you want over there. So, hey, awesome that you're here tonight.
Oh, this is absolutely perfect. The weather is perfect. It is tremendous. The trees are changing. 2 undefeated teams. And everybody knows everybody. It's just like, oh my gosh, you couldn't have asked for a better script.
Right. You couldn't. And on the football side of it, these two teams have been rivals forever. This is the first time that both teams have been undefeated throughout the season. One other time in the 89-90 season, they were undefeated in conference. But this is the first time these two teams are 9-0, which is pretty special because this is the last time we're going to play each other in 5A.
Just met a man who said the last time they were undefeated in conference was in 1990.
That's it.
And the night before the game, he and his girlfriend went to Cajun's Wharf, and I was there.
Oh, wow.
And then he shows up over at the tailgate party.
Yeah, the first service, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Over at the tailgate party, he goes, this is too weird. They're both undefeated. Wow. They're playing again, and you're right here.
You're here.
Who won that again?
Deja vu.
Greenbrier did.
Greenbrier.
Oh, yeah. So Greenbrier was 6-3, undefeated in conference. Valonia was 9-0. Greenbrier beat them like 30-25, I think.
Played spoiler.
Yeah, we're just built different over here.
That's all I noticed that when I came over.
As it gets closer to game time, Craig, we kind of all want to know what's your prediction for this game tonight.
Here you go. First of all, the over/under.
100.
It's 80. It's 80.
100 points.
It's 80.
He said that. He says the over/under is 80. I took the over on that.
Isn't that something? Xbox football is what I
call it.
It's avoidance football. It's where whoever is not there, that's where we're going.
That's right.
So and the offenses and these two quarterbacks. Tell me about them, you all, because I'm still kind of new.
So you got
two
Cooper
completely or Austin.
Well, we think Cooper is, but the two different styles. So you got Austin, who is a pocket. I mean, he is mobile, but he's not going to run the football. He's going to throw it. He's got like 41 touchdowns throwing the football this year. Cooper's a run and gun. He's got 21 touchdowns throwing the ball, but he's also got 16 running. So he's
your leading rusher.
That's right. That's right. So I mean, we saw this week a stat of his stats compared to a list of the highest recruited quarterbacks in the country, and his stats were in line with every single one of them. The only difference was he threw less interceptions and had more rushing touchdowns.
Is he getting looks?
He's getting some, but not near like he should be.
Why? That's
right.
He's always been under the radar, and you usually when you see that it's just like a 5'8", 5'9" quarterback. He's 6'1". Yeah. He spins it like a pro. it's hard to understand. Now, Austin is getting several looks, which makes sense. He's like 6'4". You know, he's a great pocket passer.
You know, and talking about Austin, you know, watching some of his stuff, he's as advertised. He can throw the ball, but kind of maybe to our advantage a little bit is Wilcox being a little bit overlooked. You know, coming into the game. Yeah, size he's a 6 foot, maybe 180, 170, but guy can run. He's got legs. He can throw the ball really well.
And being that with Cooper, he's got a lot to prove. And here's a game where he can go out there and freaking prove it.
And that's always
and everybody's here. Everybody's going to have their cameras here.
That's right.
This game is just too good. All the TV stations are going to be here. So if he's going to prove it,
the
world's going to know it.
That's always fueled his fire.
Really,
being the underdog, it's always fueled his fire. And like you said, there's no bigger stage than right now.
Now, how often is he? Now I'm interviewing y'all.
Bring it on.
Help me with my broadcast.
Okay, let's do it.
How long has he been the starting quarterback? Is this his only year?
Okay, no. His sophomore year, he was a backup, and the quarterback got hurt. The senior starter got hurt. Cooper goes in and we were just trying. The coaches are thinking, you know, we're just trying to get through this.
Don't fumble. Don't throw an interception.
And this kid goes out and just throws the ball over the field. So he started half of his sophomore year. Started last year as a junior, and then this year. So the difference is last year, towards the end of the season, they started noticing when he scrambles and he takes off running, he's as good of a running back as we got. So this year, it's been a design thing where he's not just a pocket passer; he is a run and gun. And that has completely changed the offense and changed him as a quarterback.
You know, Craig, this game right here, on paper, is just about as even as you can get. Both teams have averaged about 45 points a game, and they both average giving up 18 points a game.
Wow.
It's just about as even as you get. Statistically, it's a matchup of a lifetime.
And I love how you all got the band to play while you were talking about your quarterback.
That's right.
That was clearly designed.
I said a couple of weeks ago, Craig, our band is actually really good. They've got a lot of accolades this year, but they've had a lot of practice because we score a lot of touchdowns.
Sure.
Well, they're going to for their halftime show. Their halftime show is called The Sharper Image. And I reminded the kid that told me The Sharper Image is a catalog that went out of business 12 years ago. So are you doing a tribute to Chapter 11?
That's right. We're putting Maloney out of business tonight, I'm calling it.
Ooh, that was good.
Well
done. Line of day.
We got to get Colt on here more often.
I'm telling you, I'm built for it, man. I'm built for it.
He don't just cook hamburgers.
JB, I was 5 for 5 in calling the plays 2 weeks ago. You missed that?
Really?
Oh yeah.
He did. He was Tony Romo. He was out of town, so I had to do the play-by-play, which is a disaster. But he did color for me, and let me tell you, 5 out of 5, he called it.
Really?
What we were going to run, it was all red zone plays, and he said, Cooper Wilcox on the right side, right here,
Man,
touchdown.
That's pretty good.
He's like Tony Romo.
Well,
little crystal ball.
Well, yeah.
I'll show you tonight, JB.
All right, I love it.
That's awesome. Now, JB, you do the play-by-play.
I do, yes, sir. Yes,
and
sir.
I've been told you're taking Chuck Barrett's place.
That's right. We're going to give him a couple years. We don't want to,
Craig, I'm telling you, go back after the game and just listen to this cast and listen to him, and you're going to hear Chuck Barrett. I texted Matt during one of the games, and I said, Matt, JB is Chuck Barrett. He's got it.
It's kind of a model for you.
Sure, he is definitely the person I looked up to the most.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I would play video games just to commentate, turn the volume down, do it myself.
Right.
He's been just a huge hero.
Let me tell you the funny story about JB though. We had another guy that he graduated from here last year. He did the play-by-play and had done it the year before. And I just worked for one of the sponsors. I worked for American Safeguard Insurance, and so they asked me, would you do the color? I said, sure, for Talon. So me and Talon were up there. Well, this guy named JB comes in. He's going to run. He's producing. He's running the board for us. And all year long, he sits over here and doesn't say a word and runs the board. Come to find out, he's better than anybody else anywhere in the county.
The state or the nation. I'm telling you, I'll put JB up against anybody.
Sure,
really?
Sure.
Man, y'all are way too kind. I've got plenty to learn, but I appreciate all the kind words.
But isn't it fun?
Oh, I love it. It's a passion. I love it.
Oh, I did play-by-play for 3 years for Jonesboro High School when I was going to school at ASU. It was the most fun in the world, but I did everything. I would do my own play-by-play. I would keep the statistics. So if you ever hear a tape, it goes something like this. Scott Bull gets a first down over the 41. He went 9 yards. That's 42 yards on 6 carries.
So, well, we got a joke in the press box. JB's he's got a degree in math, so he's the math major. Now, he hasn't ever got it right. But I told him, I said, all you got to do is look where that guy on the sidelines is holding the stick.
I think I freeze under pressure.
Well, I'm going to listen for you, and I will share this with you. I haven't told this to anybody. This year, I'm only listening to the radio.
Yeah.
For Razorback games. I'm only listening on the radio because that's how I was raised as a Razorback fan. And they would only be on TV maybe once, maybe twice a year. So this year I'm just listening on the radio, and then if they win, I watch the highlights on YouTube. YouTube.
That's right. That's right.
And I've loved it. I've loved it so much more because Chuck and Quinn and
Gino.
It's like listening to your guy.
That's right. That's right.
If you watch TV, those commentators could care less. And if you start losing like they did against Georgia and Auburn, they're going to be telling everybody how bad you are.
That's right.
So I love it.
I do too. I'm with you 100%. 100%.
And I recommend it.
Well, and the good thing about this too is just like this, we're doing a 2-hour tailgate pregame tonight. We understand that most people are not watching this, but everybody's going to go back and watch it because it's going to be on YouTube.
Right.
So all mamas and daddies, all the coaches, the fans, this is something for them to have, from now on, just like they do. We have a couple thousand people that watch the game live, and then we have a couple more that come back and watch it during the week.
Wow.
So it's really cool.
So where are your cameras? All in?
One of them's right there. He's on top.
Yeah, I know you're only showing my bald head.
Right. We've got one. We got one down the field. That Sean usually runs it down the field, and he'll be out there for the coin toss, and then, so you actually get live right in the coin toss, and then we go up to him on top, and he runs it during the game.
Amazing.
We got replay and everything.
Yeah.
So we hit a big play, right back down, and I'm telling you, it's better than Flow Sports.
Oh my goodness.
You remember the Hogs baseball played that tournament, the Southwest Classic?
Yes.
And they had Flow Sports, and you spent half the time looking at the ceiling. I told JB, I said, we need to bid for that thing next year.
Exactly. And this is all Greenbrier.
This is Greenbrier.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Golly, y'all, this is fantastic.
Well, thank you.
I am so impressed.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you.
And you've done some things for Greenbrier in the past, because when I was in, I don't want to make you feel old here, Craig, but when I was in elementary school, you came and read during Dr. Seuss week. I think you came and read like Cat in the Hat or something to
That's
us.
my big thing now.
I know.
Doing
You still do that? You still do that?
Books.
You still do
Well,
that?
during COVID, I backed off.
Right.
So I'm just waiting for the shots.
Gotcha.
Everybody getting their
Now,
shots.
that was about 5 years ago when you were 38, right?
Hey.
I love JB. Man.
And you know who I've gotten to know, one of your close friends over the past, working at ASI, Christina Munoz.
Oh, wow.
Madison.
Oh, my God.
I've been a part of this this UCA. It's actually done by the city of Conway with this new NIL with the UCA, the student athletes. There's a group of mentors working with the students, and it has been awesome. Just helping them with the whole NIL deal of how to promote yourself, but also how to keep yourself from getting taken advantage of, how to keep yourself from putting the wrong things out there. And it's just been awesome, and she's been a big part of it.
Well,
Anyway, I know she thinks the world of you. She's something else.
How to live life the correct way.
That's right. She's awesome.
I'm going over on Channel 11. I love you guys.
Hey, appreciate you.
All right, I'll be thinking of you. JB, I'll be watching for you.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much.
And if Chuck Berry gets laryngitis or anything, I'm calling up.
We're calling JB.
That's it. Bring in the heat.
All right, well, we're going to hit a break real quick. And then when we get back, we're going to head back up to the press box. So we'll be right back in just a moment.
When you choose First Security, banking is just the beginning. Here, we take care of each other, making the community we all share even stronger. So people in Arkansas
Oh, welcome back. Welcome back. Got a special guest here, Mr. Al Moats, Greenbrier legend, JB.
All right.
I don't know about that.
Legend.
He looks like a legend, I'll tell you that.
He is. He is. No, we don't have no beer here, Al, so sorry. You know. Matt, you didn't bring any beer, did you?
I did.
No, dang. All right. So listen, so we're talking, we're just here kind of talking about the game and talking about some sponsors and what are your thoughts on tonight? You know, you've been a part of some big-time Valonia and Greenbrier games. I mean, what's your thoughts on tonight?
Man, it's going to be a good one. It's definitely one to end the regular season with, you know. I think it's going to come down to halftime adjustments, you know.
Yeah.
Whoever makes the best halftime adjustments come out in the second half and see who can execute, you know. Hopefully Greenbrier can get the passing game going. Valonia's real good at shutting down the run game.
Yeah.
So hopefully we can open up the passing game, and maybe that'll help us with our run game, you know.
What's your most memorable Greenbrier Valonia moment that you've been a part of?
Me personally, it would probably have to be my junior year. Wound up catching one in the back of the end zone to win the cup.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know, it was.
That's pretty cool.
About 2 minutes left, and they wound up throwing one in the back of the end zone, went up over the kid, and caught it, brought it down, and our defense had to stand right there at the end. And
wow.
We wound up breaking the streak of Valonia taking the cup, you know. So.
And that was the play that let you get offered by the U of A, correct?
Oh, yeah, exactly, yeah. No, I think the Atlanta Falcons were the ones that reached out to me. Yeah, I wound up.
The first kid drafted out of high school.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
So Al's son, Hunter, is actually a 7th grader.
Okay, wow.
So talk about that. I mean, what are your expectations for the younger group coming up? You know, we're going to 6A, so y'all kind of talked about that, kind of pre-gaming for high school.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's definitely gonna be tough, you know, jumping from 5A to 6A. That's a huge jump there, but I think with the coaching staff and all the young kids that we've got coming up, I think we're gonna be just fine. You know, we've got obviously Greenbrier's never had the size, you know, but we've got a lot of speed. We've got a lot of speed. So
yeah, we do.
Hopefully, hopefully we can get these boys beefed up, get a little bit of size on the line, and you know, have our speed going, and we'll be just fine. So, but there is some good ones coming up.
Yeah. Well, Al is the general manager at Meadows Chevy now.
Meadows
That's
Chevy.
right. So talk a little bit about what y'all are doing down there. Y'all got anything going on? I know it's right now it's a hard time to find vehicles, but what do y'all got down there? Anything going?
Yeah, absolutely. We wound up buying a Ford store, or the Meadows Group wound up buying a Ford store back in September, and you know, we've been blessed enough to be able to purchase a Chevy store and a Dodge Crosser Jeep Ram in Melbourne. We bought those off of Mark Martin. I'm up there running both of those stores at the Chevy and the Dodge store. So, you know, if anybody needs anything, Greenbrier boy up there, you know, North Central Arkansas, run those. Please reach out to us. You know, definitely get you squared away. But inventory's tough to come by right now, so people's getting way more, you know, for the trade-ins and what they're worth.
That's right. That's right.
You pretty much got to buy business right now, so it's a good time to buy one if you're trading.
Well, I know Al's been you've been a long time friend of mine, and you've been a long time loyal patron to us, and so man, we appreciate you. So what's your prediction on the game tonight? Let me get your score prediction.
Oh boy, I think it's going to be a blowout after halftime. I think there's going to be some halftime adjustments.
I love it.
I think it's going to be it's either going to be that or it'll come down to a field goal or within a touchdown.
So we've set the over and under at 80.
80, yeah.
What are you taking? Over 80.
Over. I'm going over.
Nice.
Wow, my guy.
I'm gonna go over, man.
So
you got two really, really good quarterbacks. Good wide receivers. I think it's going to be an offensive shootout.
Al, we talked about it in pregame quite a few times. On paper, these guys are about as even as you get.
Absolutely.
Greenbrier averages about 45 points a game. Villonia the same, and both teams give up about 18 points a game. I mean, really, you're looking at it. It's a matchup of the century, really.
Yep.
And it's even more special. Just all the things that go with it. Rivalry game. Last time that these two teams will be in the same conference. Last game of the year. Getting ready for postseason. Both teams undefeated. I mean, there's just you name it. There's a lot on the line tonight.
Absolutely, and it's there's no better place to be than right here in Greenbrier watching this
That's
shoot
right.
off.
That's right.
And that's what I say about halftime adjustments. I think whoever comes out and makes the best defensive halftime adjustments, that's going to be the swing of the game.
No doubt about it. Colt, you got any more questions for Al?
No, we appreciate you having you over here. And I texted Al, or I called him actually today, and I was like, "Hey, man, this is what we're doing. We got to have you on. We got to have you on. Come on." So.
And I was rolling to get down here.
I'm glad you got here, man.
I said leave work early, and get over here. And get on this air with us, and we just got to have that old time feeling,
right.
back here, and just having somebody that's been in the heat of the rivalry,
sure,
right? And so, man, we appreciate it so much.
Appreciate y'all.
And before you leave, we're giving away Morgan Wallen tickets.
That's right.
So, what I need you to do is I need you to just write your name here, give me the score prediction, then the tiebreaker is how many touchdowns Cooper Wilcox is going to account for tonight. Either running or throwing. And that's going to be the tiebreaker if we have any ties.
Wow, there's some good scores on here.
Yeah.
High scores. It looks like it's going to be pretty close. Over the 80 over and under.
The one Stewart puts probably going to be the most accurate.
That's exactly right. Yep.
He didn't want to seem like he was in on it, But he did say Cooper was going for 30 TDs.
Something like that. Goodness.
But the math doesn't add up on that.
No, it
Stewart.
doesn't. I think there's something there. He's carrying a couple numbers somewhere or something. I'm not sure.
And for Greenbrier to be such a smart school, we're kind of struggling in math. I want to see our math scores.
Hey, by the looks of it, by the rankings of the state, man, we're top 5 smartest in the state.
That's right. That's right.
Hey,
yeah.
It's a good school.
But were they when we went to school?
I know, right?
That's awesome.
I'm over here just trying to figure out how to write this down. I'm like, is 47 higher than 45 or
greater than or equal to?
That's right.
Guys, I really appreciate y'all for having me on.
Yeah,
really,
man, we appreciate you.
Thanks for coming out. Colt, we're just about done. We're about to head up to the booth, so this will be it. Once we're done here, we'll head up to the booth, get ready for the actual pregame show. This has been the American Safeguard Insurance First Security Tailgate Show. We want to thank you so much. I'm JB Brazil, Colt Harmon alongside, but we had Matt McJunkins, Mike Bowen, Al Moats is on here. We've had Craig O'Neill. We've had
Craig O'Neill, man.
That's crazy, isn't it?
He's a hoot, ain't he?
Yeah.
He's something else.
It's crazy.
I think that was all kudos to you for making that happen, man.
I just told you he was here. You went over there.
Well, you're the one that said, hey, I guarantee you he'll be able to do it.
Oh, he will, man. He's a stand-up guy. I've never known Craig not to come over here and, and share his thoughts and stories and whatnot. And that guy's got a wealth of sports knowledge. I mean, he's been around it for years.
Certainly.
Years.
An absolute
Colt's
legend.
got the hookup. So
I got the hookup.
He's over here calling him, Mr. Harmon, absolutely. I'd love to interview with you.
That's right. Well, that's going to do it for us. Get ready for the pregame show and kickoff. We're a little bit over an hour away. Lots ahead and lots on the line. So long. We'll see you here soon.